Mic test 1 2 3. Good evening, folks. Time to do some Pokemon Unite ranked. So yeah, I'm so offended that father-son combo came into my property and told me to move out of the way. Can you believe that? How offensive is that? My property, and they told me to move. Can you believe that? Unbelievable. I hope they burn in hell. Imagine that. Your house, your driveway, your property, your boundaries, and someone comes along and claims it as their own, even though it's completely yours. What would you do? I think I was right to stand up for myself. It, it's my place. It's my house. It's my right to do what I want within my property. You can't come out of nowhere and boss me around in my own house. That makes no sense. Why would you do that? And this is how wars begin. There's always that one guy, or in this case, a couple of guys, who claim territory that's not theirs, who act like they own something when they don't. I own it, not you. So I'm the boss here, not you. It's quite simple, really. But some people fail to understand that. Maybe one day they'll start using their head instead of with their balls. Using your balls may be useful at times, but in that situation, both of those guys were not using their head at all. They were just thinking with their balls, and they thought they could get away with it. So that's why it's important to stand up for yourself in those kind of situations. I think even better is to not stoop down to their level. You know, they were both clearly ready to beat the hell out of me, you know, because they don't care about any laws or they don't care about my feelings. They don't care about my rights. They just care about their greed. That's all they care about. They just care about having things go their way. They just care about doing things the way they want to. They just care about their freedom. They don't care about mine. Can you believe that? Turning me into a slave in my own property. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? Uh, I'm so offended that you think you can think that way, that you can behave that way. Well, what a massive insult. I'm born here. I was raised here, and this is the way you behave with me? Who are you? You're just a visitor of this neighborhood. I've been here my almost my entire life. You don't get to tell me what to do, especially in my house, in my property. You don't get to tell me what to do. I'm the boss here. Hopefully, they never bother me again. Hopefully, they never harass me again. I'm pretty sure they understood at the end of that hostile interaction who the boss is really here. Who the boss really is. Who is really the boss here? Me, I'm the boss. I'm the boss. Not you. You're not the boss. I'm the boss. Okay. Now we jump into rank. Let's go. Oh, actually, before that, let's unlock some stuff. I changed my donation page. For some reason, I gotta pay Streamlabs to get my username itself on the donation page, so I switched mine to Stream Elements. Personally, I would have preferred the Streamlabs one, but the Stream Elements one is pretty nice as well. I I don't really like the default banners. I mean, I do like them, but I mean, I think it's is it Master Chief from Halo? That's the default border and skin. I mean, wallpaper for the Streamlabs donation page. But it does have my profile pic. I'll change it maybe if I start getting more donations. Otherwise, I feel like it would be a wasted time and energy to like revamp it or to put custom images as the background. So I'll leave it as it is. And hopefully people understand that. The Stream Elements one is better because I get to use my actual name, SkySage. Is the mic on? Okay, yeah, it is. I thought it was off. Okay, it looks like the GPU is stable. This is after a bunch of tests, real-time tests, not those BS stress tests that don't do anything. They're not realistic or practical. They just burn the hell out of the CPU and GPU without actually testing if it works in real life or real world applications. Let me check the weather. 61 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll check the humidity. 93% humidity. I have the windows closed because it's raining. Don't want my windowsills to get wet or floors for that matter. Well, how are you all doing today? Hope you're all doing well. I can change my voice to that thing from what's that show called? Squid Game? If you guys prefer that, let me know. But then I would probably have to put on a mask. Should I wear a mask from now on? What do you guys think? Hello? Okay, let's, let's unlock some stuff. Alright, let's get this one. It's so disappointing. Some people have zero sense of morals and what like they have no understanding of what's right or wrong. And it sucks because of that, everybody else has to compensate for it. One person's greed hurts another. I fail to understand why was it so hard for you to just take your fucking van and park it at the house you were working for? I mean, isn't that common sense? That's what I would do. Why didn't you do that? You, out of pure laziness, you just decided to use my property to park your vehicle. What? And then I had to wait for you in order to move my car. I couldn't even use my driveway just because of you, because of your greed. Shameless. And both of them were just backing each other up. The dad and his son. The father and his son. I couldn't believe it. And I couldn't believe how angry they were. It made zero sense to me. How could you be that angry at me? This is my place. This is my place. What the fuck? How dare you be angry at me? If anything, I should be angry at you guys. You know, my anger is justified. Holy fuck, man. It's so sad. So sad. It's infuriating. Like how some people behave. Are we really the same class of beings? Are you really human? The way you acted? The way you behaved? That's not what a human would do. Hell, even animals have more manners than that. Legit, both of them were devil spawn. Maybe they were the devil itself. Or the devil took over their bodies, and then they both teamed up on me. If I didn't say anything there, I feel like that would have been like probably one of the most degrading experiences of all time. I had to say something to them. I don't think it's fair to not say anything. I don't go around taking other people's property like that. So why are you here on my place? Why are you here on my property? That's not fair. It's my property. What I say and want happens. Don't even argue with me. Once they knew that it was my place, right? They should have stopped talking, and they still kept running their mouths. Like, shut the fuck up. Seriously, shut up. Nothing you say will, no, nothing you say from that point on will be right. You're in the wrong. Everything you say and do at that point is wrong. Well, both of them were crazy. You should have seen how angry they were. You should have seen that. If you could have seen that you will understand like why I got pissed in return. And they had no right whatsoever to be angry at me. Because in that moment, in that instance of time, everything I did was right. Human law, spiritual law, every both laws would back me up. That's the I don't care what else ever happened in life. That's one of the that's one time where everything I did and say was right. So get out of here, dude. Get out of here. I'm biting my lips. I mean, if they spoke nicely, right, I wouldn't have been angry. I would have let it go. But because of the way they spoke and the way they threatened me, I got super angry. Uh, it's justifiably so. How dare you threaten my life? How dare you threaten to kill me? Just because I told you to, just because I asked what's going on. That's literally the first question I asked. What's going on? And apparently that question alone is what triggered them. You know what they were doing? They were blowing dust in the house they were working for, right? And they were blowing it all towards my house. Can you believe that? I said nothing. I literally said nothing. I just let them do what they had to do. I'm just shocked that you're working over there. Why didn't you take your van over there? That makes no sense. Why did you have to use my place? There would have been zero arguments if you did that. The least you can do is bark at the place you're working for. They literally hired you. I didn't hire you. The moment you parked here, you're trespassing. And neither of them know how to talk with people. You have zero manners. You don't know how to talk with people. Very least you could have done was apologize. Nope, no apology whatsoever. No apology. Can you believe that? No apology. If you're not gonna be nice to me, especially in my property, then I'm definitely not gonna be nice to you. The least you can do is show some respect. Have some respect. You didn't even do that. No kindness, no respect, no manners, no empathy, nothing. I don't care if your job was hard. I care. The job I had was way harder. You wouldn't even last a day if you had that job. Forget it, you wouldn't even last an hour. You act like your job is hard. Your job ain't hard. It's not hard. You're just weak and lazy. So selfish, so lazy. All you had to do, plain and simple, all you had to do was park your vehicle for the house you're working for. That's it. That's all you had to do. That's literally all you had to do. It's common sense. Everyone does that. Everyone's supposed to do that. It's the rule of the city, the state, the country. It's the rule everywhere. I don't get why you didn't do that. So you park here and you walk across the street dragging all your equipment to the other house that you're working for. What? How does that even it makes remotely it doesn't even remotely make sense. It doesn't make sense. Park your van for the house you're working for. Park your van at the house that you're working for. The front of their house or their driveway. Plain and simple, man. I don't know why I have to argue with you about that. In fact, I didn't even argue with you. I was just asking you what's going on. And you flipped out, both you and your dad. Shame on you. How dare you? Why am I still talking about this? Cuz it's like PTSD. Like after everything I've been through, I still have to deal with people like this. Like how many more people I have to deal with who are like this? And it happens anytime I go outside. Fuck, man. And it's so offensive that they thought that they were right. It's so offensive. How lazy and selfish and greedy can people get? I think the way I handled it, that's the way I'll always handle it. You know, if they don't start anything with me, I'm not gonna say anything. Most of the time, people either call the cops or get the van or car that's blocking their property, their driveway specifically. They call the police to tow the car. They're so lucky I didn't do that. Hell, the moment they threatened to beat me up, that's when they lost their ground. Everything they said after that was invalid. I think it's important to talk about this because I see a lot of people who have that same mentality that guy had. And it's usually people who don't own the land, who don't own any property. They have no problem just occupying another person's property because they don't have any morals. And you'll find a bunch of them on Reddit. They'll come up with a bunch of bullshit laws that don't exist and say, "Oh yeah, we can do that. There's no problem with that." There's like this crazy story I read in Reddit once where some tenant called the cops on a guy who parked his own car in his own driveway. Can you believe that? They told the tenants told the cops to tow that car away. Yet that was the owner's driveway and the owner's house, the owner's car. Can you believe that? That's exactly what these guys did. They came here to my property and they just treated it like it was their own. Who gave you permission? I didn't. You never even spoke with me. I don't even know who you are. You just popped out of nowhere and decided to park in my space. And you were doing work for another house. What? How is that even fair? So what am I supposed to do? Wait for you all day patiently? I gotta go. I gotta do stuff. How's that even fair? I told him. So you can't wait for me, but I gotta wait all day for you. That's literally what I said. You can't wait for me, but I gotta wait for you. Legit. These people have zero manners. It's so triggering. Like I gotta vent out. I gotta let the universe know how I feel about this. You know what? I'm glad I called them out. That way they know never to park in another person's driveway again. It's not just, it doesn't benefit me, it benefits everybody. Because if you don't call these people out, they'll just keep doing it. They'll walk all over you and just keep doing it because they think it's okay. You're encroaching my freedom. You're encroaching my property. And it doesn't. You shouldn't even be asking what I'm doing here. This is my place. I have every right to be here. What are you doing here? You being here makes no sense. You shouldn't be here to begin with. And these criminals always think they're right. They always do. They always think they're right. When even when they're completely wrong, and then they try to convince their victims that they're completely right. The way they think and do is right. No, it's completely wrong. And I'll call you out on it every day, anytime. If I didn't call them out that day, right, they would have kept doing it. And this was actually not the first time they did this. They never asked me if they could do it. They never asked me. They just assumed, oh, no one's here, right? So we can do whatever we want. Just because the owner's not physically outside doesn't mean they're not home. And even if they're not home, you're not allowed to use another person's property as your own. It's not your property. Stay out of it. You literally have to get permission to use another person's property. And even then, you have to assume that you can't enter the property. The only place you can enter is your own property, or if you got permission to enter a property, or whoever you're working for, you use their place. Nope. Instead, you want to behave lesser than animals and rage at me. And the longer they talked, the more stupid they looked. And the longer they talked, the more I saw what a difference we had between each other. And all I could think was, I'm so glad I'm not like them. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Thank God I didn't turn out like them. Imagine that someone who doesn't even live here and who attempts to kill you just for trying to access your own driveway. Isn't that crazy? It's your driveway, right? And they're trying to kill you for trying to use your own driveway. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I literally saw him motioning with his equipment, ready to beat me with his equipment. The only thought he had in his mind was blood. He legit wanted to do that. I could see it not only in his eyes, but his dad's eyes as well. I guess I don't know how can I describe them. How can I describe them? I think they were Spanish. I'm not sure. And they were both shorter than me, but extremely aggressive. Way too aggressive. That's not the way you normally behave around other people. Holy shit, man. Oh my god, man. I can't believe these people. And it's the worst way to block a driveway. They double parked on it, meaning no one can enter and no one can go out. The owner is stuck in their own house. And you know what? You can use your own driveway to park your own vehicle on the front of the driveway. You can park your car there. I couldn't even do that. I couldn't even do that. I couldn't do anything. And you're mad at me for trying to access my driveway? What? Clearly, you're not using your head. You're not using your head. They were just. It looks like to me. It looked like they were trying to start a fight. They were that hungry to start a fight with someone, and I became their target for some reason. Who knows why? You know, never said a thing to them ever. I always noticed they did that though. They would routinely use my driveway to park their vehicle, their van, and they would take all their equipment to the house across the street. And I never understood why they did that. The only thing I could surmise was it was out of pure laziness and perhaps even jealousy. And you know what? After speaking with them, it felt I think I was right. That was all the evidence I needed. Just by talking with them, I knew. All right, I was right. I was right. Who knows if I'll live here tomorrow? Maybe I won't. But right now, at this very moment, I am living here. So I have the full rights to access my property. You don't. So stay out of it. Stay out of my place. Stay out of my property. Stay out of my house. Stay out of my driveway. Stay out of my way. Okay? Do you understand? It shouldn't be that difficult to understand. If it's not yours, do not touch it. You're not a kid. You're both adults. Respect the laws, respect other people, be nice. Do not get into arguments with people for no reason. Stop being lazy. Do not be selfish. You know, instead of being jealous, try to understand why certain people have things while you don't. Oh, you know what? I'm being very nice about this. I'm being way too nice about this. Anyone else, they would have been flipping out. They probably would have even beat them up just for doing what they did and for the things they said. I'm telling you, if anyone else heard what they said and the way they acted, right? Anyone else would have beat the hell out of them. Any owner out there, if they experienced what I experienced, they would have knocked the lights out of them. So you're lucky it was me who showed up. They're super lucky that it was me. Because anyone else, what you probably they probably wouldn't have lived to see the next day. And you think I'm joking around? I'm not joking around. So you're lucky nothing bad came out of any of this. And hopefully talking with me has made you more enlightened. Next time you'll know what to do. How dare you come? Not only that, you threatened to throw your equipment onto my car. How dare you? They were ready to slam it, and then they were ready to bring all their equipment and smash me with them too. They were gonna break my car and me on top of my driveway. What? Right next to my house. Right on my house. This is my house. These are my roads. I have priority in these roads. This parking space, this driveway, this house, I have priority, not you. No way in hell can you say this is yours. It's not. It's really not. If I actually called the cops on them, they would have been in jail for sure. Next time if they ever dare to show up again in the park here again, I will definitely be calling the cops for sure. No, I'm not gonna give them another chance because I gave them way too many. Because I there were countless times where they did this, right? But I never called them out on it. The only time I called them out this time was because of the way they behaved. If they were nice and respectful and they spoke nicely, I would have let it go. I wouldn't have said a thing. It enrages me when people tell me what to do in my place, in my house, in my property, in my driveway. Don't never do that. Never. No. I'm not a kid anymore. You should even as a kid, you should never do that to me. How dare you? Shame on you. Uh, Honestly, fuck you. If you do that again, fuck you. I should have kept just saying fuck you to them because they deserved it. That's the probably the best example of when to say fuck you. Me cursing there would have totally made sense. It's insulting. It's degrading. It's offensive. the way they behaved. Well, hopefully talking it out over here through stream is helping me process what went on weeks ago, and hopefully I can move forward from it. What else did I want to say? So yeah, be kind to one another, respect one another, and there are certain rules you should always follow, and don't threaten another person's life just to defend your own greed. Never do that, because no matter what reason you use, that's always going to be wrong. Lily Hazel, thank you for the follow. Hey, hello. Account created yesterday. How's it going? It's going well. Uh, Whoever you're working for, please keep your stuff with them. Don't take away another person's freedom just to be just out of pure laziness. Okay, glad to hear. Thank you. Uh, why is that so difficult to understand? I don't get it. So please, whoever you work for in the future, now and in the future, if you have a vehicle, park at the house you're working for. It's really straightforward. I'm not sure why it's so difficult for you to understand. So what? How does this? What does this have to do with esports in Pokemon Unite and League of Legends, people come in this game and they think they own other people. You don't boss people around. Who the hell are you? You're responsible for your actions. Don't tell other people what to do in game. Let them play the way they want to play. No one wants to hear you complain through voice chat, through the text, through the text system, and especially not from spamming pings. You spamming pings just ruins the focus, and people can't. You deliberately throw the game by doing that. People are trying to win, and you're hindering them from getting that win. One ping is fine, but you keep spamming it every 4 seconds. That's totally not fine. So again, it all boils down to respect. Be respectful to others, and they'll respect you back. If you can't do that, then don't expect any kindness in return. How's your stream going? It's going well. I'll close the shades. BRB. Okay, I'm back. Okay, you're permabanned. This is exactly the type of person I'm talking about. You know, these scammers who come here and they act like everything they do is right, and they'll use any reason to justify their bullshit behavior. You know, they're heartless. They have no heart. They have no morals. They have no. They're subhuman. They're subhuman. I don't consider them human. No human would deliberately go out there and fuck other people over. You're subhuman. You make animals look good. I'm gonna report you and hope you get banned from Twitch, from this platform. I bet it's the same guy. I bet it's the same guy. Watch. I'll look up right now. I'll look it up right now. I'll look at analytics. Oh, well, I don't have enough views today, so it doesn't show views by location. But I'm pretty sure it's that same. It's the same user from Pakistan. How do you even live with yourself? You always ask the same questions every time you make a new account. And you see that every time I permaban you, and yet you keep coming back and make these new accounts and try to scam me. How, if it didn't work the first time, why do you think it's gonna work now? What are you hoping? Are you hoping that I softened up? Either 3 p.m. to 8:11 p.m. or 8:12 p.m. EDT, Wednesday, May 14, 2025. Copy. Log this user. Put in another report. Cyber attack. Scammer tried to hack me through Twitch and Discord. 8:03 p.m. to 8:12 p.m. EDT, Wednesday, May 14, 2025. submit this report. Put them down as harassment as well. Targeted abuse. Scammer tried to hack me on Twitch and Discord. Demanded but was ultimately trying to hack my PC and steal money from me. Okay, 8:03 p.m. to 8:12 p.m. EDT, Wednesday, May 14, 2025. Submit report. Lily Hazel. Only it was a real woman who really supported my stream. Would have been wonderful. But no, it's always going to be the opposite. Some guy or girl pretending to care about the stream and then just trying to hack and destroy my PC and steal all my money. Are you going to even provide any artwork? Let me take a wild guess. No. I wonder how different life will be once I reach my goal weight. Today it went up a bit, which is kind of weird because I didn't really change anything. Actually, there was something that was happening. Hmm. Hopefully it goes down tomorrow. Always have these two viewers that pop in for a few seconds and then they just disappear. They don't even show up on the viewer list. They just show up on the view count. I'm wondering if it's the same guy who pretends to be a woman and sells artwork. Who knows? Who knows? I wonder how many streamers are view botting on Twitch. I mean, I saw this one guy who had what 2.4K viewers, and his chat was barely moving. Legit, one message every 2 to 3 minutes. I'm thinking, okay, what's going on here? That seems shady to me. Meanwhile, we have these famous streamers who have what, 5 to 6K viewers, and their chat is moving very fast. No, I'm like, all right, you have 2.4K viewers, and your chat doesn't move. Do you actually have 2.4K viewers? Because you know what, I saw other I saw other streamers with 2.4K viewers, and their chat is moving. They get like what, a message every 10 seconds at least, at most. So you're 2.4K Andy, and your chat's not moving. Seems highly suspicious to me. But hey, man, yeah, I'm not gonna say anything about it. Well, I just did say something about it. I mean, I'm not the Twitch police, so yeah. So yeah. When was my first stream? Let me check. We're about to hit the 1 year mark of streaming. Well, official streams. I did have a stream before last year, but it was only for, it was a test stream that I did years ago in the last decade. My first official stream was on May 18, Saturday, 2024. Saturday, May 18, 2024. First official stream. So in 4 more days, it'll be officially a year of streaming. I mean, there's also, I think there's also a thing where you can get a fake chat as well. So having a fast chat doesn't mean anything as well. There are programs that give you a chat that talks with you. Yeah, man. A fake NPC chat, AI chat. So yeah, if I didn't give you permission, stay out of my place. Okay? Quite simple, really. If I didn't say anything to you, and if you didn't ask for permission, and if I didn't give you permission, do not enter my property. Whoever you're working for, you park your vehicle, in this case your van, in their property. End of story. It's quite simple, really. It's really simple. It's very simple. Let me drink some water. Okay, now let's do some gaming. Whoever watches this VOD, they'll be like, what's going on, man? This guy spent over an hour raging at some asshole who entered his property. Did I rage that much today? I don't think I did. I should have raged harder. Oh, the controller's not connected. Alright, let me connect it right now. Oops. Alright, got it. I feel like I have a rat though. You know what I mean? Someone's like looking through my stuff and then they're like leaking it to other streamers, but they don't let me know because they don't show up in the viewer list. I don't think they're actually watching the stream. They just go through my VODs, specifically my Twitch VODs. But there are times where they go through my YouTube VODs. I don't know who's doing it though. I guess I could take an educated. I can make an educated guess on who it is, but I won't say anything about it. Oh wait, I just did say something about it. Oops. I mean, I won't call them out on it. Oh wait, I just did. Fuck. I guess I won't be mad at them. Just don't steal my ideas, guys. Or if you do steal my idea, at least give me credit. So you see this shit? You see the level of greed these people have. He literally paying to let me level up first. What? What? That is outrageous. Outrageous, just like all the guys who gave me PTSD in life. Oh my god, I am so good. Let me see if I can score some points. Fuck. Too late. What a rough start to the day. A little help, guys. No. I think we lost. Oh, look at this guy. Wasting his ability just because he's mad. Mad cause bad. Meanwhile, Gyarados. What is he doing exactly? Yeah, he's trolling. He's trolling. He has to be trolling. How did that even hit me? The hitbox on that is ridiculous.
The final stretch! You're in trouble!
There you go. Oh my god, I lost my HP.
Don't give up!
How did they lose Rayquaza? That's so crazy. I'm always on the weaker side. I'm always on the weaker side. For some reason, these esports companies think I should be 1v9ing everything. I mean, how much more you guys want me to 1v9? I feel like by the time I reach the end of my life, I'll lose all the hair on top of my head.
Five, four, three, two, one! Time's up! You lose.
I'm not actually bald though, I just have a really huge forehead. TBH. See, can you guys see it? Look. Huge forehead. You guys like that? Okay, I gotta pee. BRB.